Hello and welcome back to the channel. I want you to take a look at the image on the screen right there. You see, these people think that we are not paying attention, but I want you to look at that image on the screen. Now the caption, when you go to the website where this is posted, it says, "This is the moment that a Russian tank driver surrendered to Ukrainian troops for a reward of $10,000. This is what the caption reads under this photo. This is posted on dailymail.co.uk, and that's what they're saying, right? And one thing that I always wonder about when we see these fabulous photos of supposed war-torn areas, first of all, they're out in the middle of the desert right there. And so you have this Russian tank driver who surrenders to a Ukrainian troop, and someone just so happens to be there with a camera to get that and capture that perfect moment. I've always wondered about that sort of thing. Ever since I saw the movie Wag the Dog, I've wondered about these kinds of things. How is it that someone with a camera got the perfect shot of that moment in an area that's supposed to be war-torn? How is this happening? All of these perfect shots. If you haven't seen that movie Wag the Dog, look it up and check it out, because that shows you that they set the stage for everything. There was recently a video that was shared where they were showing that major news outlets were showing images of what was supposed to be Ukrainians who were in body bags just laying there on the ground in perfect formation, when really that was a drill video that had been shared on many outlets for many different scenarios that had nothing to do with this Ukrainian situation. But news outlets were sharing that image as if this had something to do with the current conflict in Ukraine, dealing with Russia and its invasion. And so they think that you are not paying attention. They think that you're not paying attention because guess what? Most people are not. A lot of people will see this stuff, get this information, hear this news, and they'll say, "Did you see? Did you know? They said," right? At some point, we have all been tricked by the things that have come across the news media, because we were trained to believe that that stuff was factual information that was being put out there. But then as you begin to put things in perspective and put two and two together and piece together the puzzle, you start to say, wait a minute, something isn't adding up. Something isn't adding up. And it causes you to question everything you thought you knew. So from now on, I think we all should just take a step back when we're hearing news and just see if discernment kicks in to just kind of give you that red flag and say, you know what, this right here doesn't pass the smell test. There's definitely something going on with this situation that just doesn't sit right with me the way it's being reported. Sometimes the way things are reported is just the way it was scripted out to be. And so they use the news or the news media, the vision box, the tell a vision of what is in their minds. They use that to control people. And they think you are not paying attention. They know that many or most aren't paying attention. But there are those who are paying attention. And we have some questions. We want to know what's going on. Who is the person behind the camera? Why do they feel so free to move about in a war-torn area with the camera to capture the moment? Notice how they said the moment a Russian tank driver surrendered to a Ukrainian troop for a reward of $10,000. The moment. And then there was a report that over 40,000 Russian military personnel were killed. I'm like, who's reporting this stuff? Where are they getting this information from? Who sat there and counted all of the bodies? So you can't believe everything that you are hearing. I'm telling you, this world we live in is so weird right now. It's beyond weird. It's crazy. And so much is being said. So many distractions are out here. It's important to point out the distractions but not dwell on them. The reason why we must point them out so that people don't get stuck. Some people see this information and they get stuck right there because they are believing what is being told to them. And so sometimes you got to jimmy it a little bit, shake things loose and say, okay, let me shake this information a little bit for you. Let you know that you can move on from here, that you don't have to stay stuck in this situation. You don't have to dwell here. Don't stop here. Don't squat here. Keep it moving with your life, fortifying, doing what it is you must do to secure your future, because they don't think you're paying attention. They don't think you're paying attention. As a matter of fact, they are intentionally trying to deceive the masses. And they know for the most part, most people will fall for it. Most people are going to fall for it with no questions asked. They're just going to believe what is reported, what is said, and that's what they're going to go by. But I want you to take a step back. Pay attention, because they think you're not. You pay attention. Question everything. Why is it that someone was able to capture the moment? You see, I know they want you to believe that things are just happening in a certain way, but sometimes they have a stage set, and they have players and actors that are playing their part, doing their part in the deception. And they pass this information around like it's breaking news, because they know a lot of people are going to, all they need, they know a lot of people are going to go for it, but all they need is just enough to pull it off. You see, it's not enough people questioning things. That's the problem. There's not enough of those who question things. There's more of those who accept things than it are those who question things. It's time to take a side, pick a side. If you're just going to be one of those people who just going to believe everything they say, have at it. Just stay out of the way of those who want to question things and who don't take everything at face value or don't believe everything that is reported. I know sometimes it's hard to tell what's the truth and what's not, because they put so much stuff out here that is ridiculous. There was a network called the Onion Network that was known for putting out satire news, and some people thought that stuff was real because it is reported in such a real way, and it's just entertainment. They let you know that too. The Onion lets you know that. I haven't seen them in a while. I need to look them up and see if they're still around, but they will produce such real looking news footage that some people will walk away scratching their head like, how the heck is this even being reported like this? But that's what it was. It was just satire. It wasn't real. It was meant to entertain, you see. But that stuff ain't funny when you're living in a time where very serious matters are happening and unfolding. It's not funny to sit there and watch something that looks real, that just kind of takes you back for a moment, have your mind just kind of twisted up and distracted for those moments that you were into it, only to find out that it was all fake, that it was only put together for fun and entertainment. So we gotta make a decision right here and right now. What are we going to allow to dominate our minds and our decisions? Are we going to focus on what we need to focus on, or are we going to allow them to continue to pull the wool over our eyes because they think we're not paying attention? Anyway, I'm done with this video. Take a look again at that image. How was it that they were able to capture the moment that this person surrendered? That's beyond me. In the comment section below, remember to keep it tight and keep it right. But until next time. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.